been a busy old year for me, and not to blow my own trumpet, but I'm pretty proud of myself. Done a lot of challenges this year. Some were hard, some were fun, and some were breathtaking, literally. But there's one more challenge I've got my eyes set on. I've given myself 30 days to see if I can improve my 5K time, and I'm gonna bring you guys along with me through some of my training to hopefully get a shiny new PB. So expect more of this, and hopefully by the end of the 30 days, this. Hopefully this video gives you tips and motivation to also smash a 5K PB. Right, I need to find my motivation now. Right, I've been speaking to the TRC team and they've said before I get into my 4-week training plan for my 5K attempt, I need to do a baseline run, which essentially is a 5K effort at about a 9 out of 10 to see where I'm at, see where my fitness is at, see what pace I can run at, and just see how I feel. This is going to give me a lot of guidance into structuring a training plan and just to give me a bit of reality of knowing how fast I could probably go. Let's see where my time and pace is at. Okay, let's go. Before I take on a new training block, I always like to look back on previous blocks I've completed, whether that be 5K, 10K, half or even full marathon. And then I like to pick out my weaknesses or elements of the training that I didn't enjoy. I go into a new training block by addressing and working on my weaknesses, so I know in my mind that I'll be going into my next challenge stronger. It's important to remember that this isn't a flat out 5K. It should feel challenging, but you should also feel like you have more left in the tank. As you'll have seen earlier in the video, I go through pretty much every emotion when I'm running. And I'll be honest, I do find running hard. I find it even harder to run when I'm not following a training plan that tells me exactly what to do on what day. I find it difficult to motivate myself when I'm not training for a specific goal. Ultimately, if I don't have a training plan, I don't really run. Okay, this is really hard, but I think I can push a bit harder. Hopefully the training over the next 4 weeks is going to help with that. So following a plan is essential for my training, and it helps me keep motivated and accountable. For this challenge, I'm following suggested workouts from my watch. Okay, 28:40 on the clock. I got my time, I got my plan, I got 30 days. It's time to give it a go. It's gym day. That means I'm going to the gym, as in weights and stuff. One of the main reasons why I hate the gym, or I've avoided the gym at all costs previously, is because it scares the shit out of me. I don't know, it's just scary. There's lots of people there that are really ripped and know what they're doing, and I just rock in being like, oh, is this a weight? Definitely could max it out for one. Cool. Come on. Oh God, don't try this at home. For this gym block in my training, I focused on a lot of single leg movements, farmer's carry, box jumps, you name it, I probably did it. It was a bit of a wake up call to realise that although I can maybe squat quite a high weight, when I do a specific running exercise in the gym, I was useless. Thoughts, feelings? Go home, want to die. Today I'm at a track, which means that means fast running, doesn't it? Speed work. On my 30-day plan, I'm doing interval training and other types of speed work, tempo and fartlek and threshold. But today is an interval session on the track, faster than 5K pace, 10 by 400s with a rest in between. It's cold, but I'm warmed up. Should we go? Okay, I think we should go. Oh, that's actually quite fast. There's some streakers. Way harder than it should have been. That was probably an intro to how hard the attempt might be. That was only 400 meters though. What pace were you doing? So I averaged 5-minute Ks dead on that, which is 20 or so seconds faster per K than I need to go or think I should go for my PB attempt. 1 minute 30 recovery. I probably normally do a walking recovery, but because the film team are here today, they've asked me, it's not me asking them, to have a static one so it's easy to film me. And to be quite honest, I'm not complaining. And we're off again. A minute 30 seems like a long while, but I don't think it is. I can't believe I'm doing 10 of these. One was enough. I love this sort of stuff because I like running fast. I just can't do it for very long. But we're working on that, aren't we? We're working on that. Oh no. Woo. Okay, sorry. Sorry. But Andy never had to put up with that. 5:15. Oh, halfway through. They're at 5. Slow down a little bit there. I mean, that early one at the start, that faster one really has come back to bite me. Coming down the 100 metre section of this, or the last 100 metres in an interval effort, does that help visualise like the final 100 metres of a race? But speaking of 100 metres, sorry I waffled on there. Speed workouts aren't only for runners targeting a super fast marathon time. They're completely adaptable and will help you become a faster and stronger runner. They'll fit around your easy running sessions and make up the high intensity focused portion of your training. They're also incredibly time efficient, making them perfect for fitting into a busy schedule. I'm doing one speed workout every week over the 30 days, and I'm aiming to gradually increase my speed every session, which will improve my strength and power. 8 in the bag. One of the best things about doing anything on the track is that the whole time you can see the finish line. Like nowhere else can you do that, right? Unless you're doing the same loop around your park. Coming into the final rep now. Thank God. I'm gonna give it my all on this one. See if I can go even faster than what I've been doing, but I don't know if I can do that. Right, everything, come on Tom. Come on, you got it. I get told off for doing this mid-run, but I'm pretty proud of myself for doing this. I wouldn't normally be able to handle the pressure of a 30-day challenge race kind of all out. Or am I liking running? That was a lot. I'm a glass half empty kind of guy. So normally I would feel not very confident coming into a PB attempt, but I think two things are different with this one. One, I'm coming off the back of a 10k PB where I really had to find a new level to myself and my running endeavours to push through and get that. So that's a big win and a big piece of learning to come into this. And two, I've only been given a month, so I haven't really had a chance to think about it. I've just had to go, which may be the best way to do it, I don't know. Right, that's my interval session for the week ticked off. Feeling pretty good about that actually after that. I was a bit nervous coming into it, but it's always nice to get it out of the way. Next time you see me though is long run day. I'm typically going to do this at the end of my week, and Sarah Hartley has kindly volunteered to come and do that with me. So who knows how that's going to go, because she's not the best pacer, is she? But that's how I'm kind of training for a 5k PB attempt. What do you guys do? Let me know in the comments, because I'm interested to steal a few of your tips and tricks. Morning, it's long run day. My worst run of the week in my opinion, and I'm joined by my least favourite runner to run with, Sarah Hartley.
I'm so rude. Hey, I'm pretty sure in the script it said the best pacer. But go on then, tell us, what are we in for today?
It's classed as a long run, but it's 45 minutes at 6:20 pace.
This time last year, you were recovering after Chicago Marathon. This year, you've dropped all of the distances down.
But apart from that ultra that I did just randomly.
Oh yeah, we'll ignore that. Right, 5k training.
Yeah.
Enjoying it or not enjoying it?
Yeah, really enjoying it. I I think 5k and 10k are my favourite distances to train for, and the reality why is because I'm lazy. This year I want to improve my base so I can run with all my fellow running channel people comfortably instead of being gassed the whole time. And the fact that I'm casually chatting at 6:20 pace right now, it's a big win, because at the start of the year that would have been 7:20.
Do you prefer running to time, or do you prefer having a distance?
Oh, I was thinking about this the other day. Time-based running is just the best. If you want to make miles go quicker, you go to Ks, don't you? Because you can see the progress quicker.
Yeah.
If you want to make Ks go quicker,
Go to time. Well, and then just do less of them.
No.
No. But this is good. So we're 6:20 for, how long is it? 45?
Yeah.
Editor Ben, over to you for the maths of how long that should mean we're running for at the end. I have no idea.
7k, wouldn't it? That smells nice. My sniffer is always on the cruise for some good smells.
If you want to catch Tom on the gardening channel.
It's for good B-roll, right? Tom Cruise
What are
running.
you doing with your hands?
Tom Cruise running.
Weird boy. So your 5k isn't actually that far away now. Any fears that you've got going into the race?
Yeah, not gonna do it. Big fear.
Not going to do what?
The 5k,
How come?
because it's hard.
You definitely built up a few kind of things that maybe you need to overcome. Maybe not. No, maybe not.
Are you
for,
projecting?
no, maybe not for this race, but do you like racing in the morning?
Absolutely no. Why would anyone like racing in the morning?
Do you like having a pacer?
Not really.
How do you deal with kind of hydration and nutrition before races?
I don't.
But that's okay. That's why you're out training and you're learning. And some of those things I think we can kind of avoid for this 5k, because we might be doing it more as a time trial. Then we don't have to do it in the morning. You can control your pre-race poo.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal. Now, the long run, even though we're only training for 5k here, is super important, because running like a little bit longer than you're going to be doing in your 5k means that when it actually gets to it, it feels a little bit more manageable. And also, it's so good to be training at speeds that are slower than and faster than your 5k race pace. And Tom literally just said the words, oh, it's so nice that 6:20 now feels like a bit of a kind of messing around.
About pace.
Oh,
About.
all right, leave that out. Right, so there's actually not that long to go until Tom does his 5k race. What have you learned in this training block?
Oh, the classic. Consistency is key. Showing up, even if you don't do the session to the second, getting out and being consistent, 3 to 4 runs a week makes a massive difference.
Woohoo! How's that?
It's pretty good actually.
Final scores on the doors?
7k. I've still got like 12 seconds left, so
What are you doing? Keep running.
I'm gonna let those run down.
All right. Right, well the next time you'll see me is when it's time for the 5k race. I won't be pacing you though, I'm not allowed to do that.
Bye.
Yeah.
Don't tell Sarah, but I really enjoyed that. Shh. To remind you and me, at the start of this challenge, my baseline run was just over 28 minutes. And to be honest, I'm dreading it. It's cold and I don't really want to do it, but that's my coping mechanism. I have to go in to the challenge expecting it to be awful for me to just get my head around it. But I suppose we just have to just do it, don't we? So, are we ready, guys? Yeah. Not that quick, guys. Chill out. Going into the first K, all I cared about was my breathing. Get my breathing sorted out and I've got a game plan, I can go. So the first 500 meters, I was literally just listening to my breathing and making sure that that was consistent. In 1, out 2. In 1, out 2. That's all I was going in my head. and that K just kind of disappeared. Okay.
Come on, mate.
Going into K2, that's where it started to feel a bit difficult and I started to look at my pace. K1 was 5:19, which was faster than I intended, but it felt good. Getting into halfway through that second K, I started to feel that this is a 5K PB run. The third K, though, the wheels truly fell off. I had to really drop it back a bit, which really played havoc on my head. Seeing a number that started with a 6 instead of a 5 threw me completely off. But I had to dig deep and I knew that I had it in me. The weeks of training at faster paces meant that I knew my body had it. It was just in my head, and just getting through that kind of mental barrier was something that I had to do. Coming into the 4th K, I could see that light at the end of the tunnel though. I knew that I had resilience in my running because of all that extra S&C work that I've been doing. Had to get my head down, dig deep, and just crack on. Now, coming into the 5th K, that's when you kind of like feeling like, what have I got left in the tank?
4.4.
And although I felt completely and utterly destroyed, I could start to see numbers, and my maths was working in my head, and I could kind of be like, oh, I'm so close to getting a true overall PB, and can I do this? So then it was just a numbers game, counting the seconds, seeing what I could push and push and push. And then, there you go, I finished. 5K's finished, look down at the watch, and I see a time that I'm not too happy about.
28:07. 28:07. Yeah. 7 seconds off an all-time PB, but a PB in this training block, I guess. 7 seconds. Same old story, guys. Someone got inside his own head. Maybe one day I'll get on top of it. Who knows? Maybe that's just my running. That's just me. Hey, I don't think I've ever been an Olympian. I can't tell you how many times I just almost dipped behind a bush and just called it quits. I think I do this in every race. It got to like 600 meters to go. Hello, puppy. Got to like, hello. You can say hello. You're like my puppy. And then I do this every race where it gets to about 600 meters, and then I'm like, oh, let me see how many seconds I can shave off, and I'm so pissed off with that. Could have had 27 something. Come on, it's 7 seconds, it's nothing, is it? The message or the mission never really changes for me between distances or times. It's just to try and like tell myself that I can be better and I can better myself. And which I did. I mean, I did, not overall, not my all-time PB, but like I have bettered myself from the start of this training block, which I guess is a win. Running's like a jigsaw. Well, it is to me, where like you've got to find, without that last piece of that puzzle, you struggle to improve or PB, or there's something that's wrong. I think like with my running journey, it's relatively new. My jigsaw puzzle is probably like 500,000 pieces. It's all the same color, so it's impossible to like, it's hard for me to like get that full picture. And I don't think I do necessarily every time. I'm getting there, but like, yeah, every training block I have to work on something that is a weakness. For this, it was S&C, and I managed to get, I mean, I only had a month, so only 4 weeks. I managed to get 3 sessions out of the 4 that I was planning to do in, which is a big win. I didn't stop running. I didn't have a meltdown in the middle of a race like I did with my 10K. So I dropped back a bit and carried on running, but slowed the pace down until I could get a bit faster again. So that's another win. So like that's 2 big chunks of that jigsaw ticked off. Right, that is me done for challenges for the year. And I'm quite excited about that, not gonna lie. But if you got inspired by this, or you want to take on a similar challenge, but you're not really sure what sort of paces you should be tackling, check out this video where Andy literally took me through my running paces.